Hi, this is Spencer Colgan from Spencer Colgan as Wallpaper. And I know I did a video on this yesterday, and I've done at least one in the past on the same issue. But for those of you who are regular watchers of my YouTube channel, I want to show you that this happens often. And that is the best paper misaligns. And it's not usually because of the manufacturer, it's because of the environment. One of which is the wallpaper hanger. The other is the wall. The other is the amount of glue on the wallpaper. If you understand about volume, you'll figure this problem out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Check this out. Look at my finger here. Look at the misalignment. We're off 3/16 of an inch here. Right? You see this? That doesn't match up. Right here. Now, I've been on jobs where I look. When I go into a restaurant, I check it out. Hotel, I check it out for alignment. People just wing it. You know why? Because up where the eye meets, it matches. But down where the knees are, they disregard the match. They don't care because time is money and people are lazy. Now on the same sheet, look at the match. Look at the perfection of that match. So why is it mismatched down below? Well, the wallpaper isn't straight right now, although you can't see it. It's not straight, meaning the paper is a little bit out to the left by 1/8. It's a little in at the bottom by a 64th. And that accounts for the misalignment. Also, if your texture is a little different, it could cause volume to be consumed. In other words, in order to accommodate for thick texture, the wallpaper has to hang on to something, and it's gonna, if you have slightly thicker texture here than up here, your wallpaper is going to be consumed by that space. You say, what happened? It's not meeting up. And I know this is a silly example, analogy, but if you just consider a person who's very heavy, put a 6-foot person who's very slim next to a 6-foot person who's very heavy, very big gut. Put the same size shirt on that person, and you will see that the shirt falls short of the fat person's waistline, but it goes right to the waistline of the skinny person. And why is that? Because the fat gut is consuming volume. And therefore, one of the reasons, not always, you get this. So what do? Now, I'm not saying that this is the reason here, but sometimes you get what's called a belly in the wall, and that will throw it off. But I don't detect a belly in the wall. I don't detect a disproportionate amount of texture down here than up here. This is purely a matter of finessing the wallpaper. And let's try to do that, all right? I don't like the fact that my camera's moving while I do this. But let's try to set you up so we can do this together. There we go, that's not gonna move. Now I wanna show you what I'm doing here. I'm gonna make it match. But look what happens. You see that? I just made a wrinkle in the paper because I'm telling the wallpaper, no, you have to go back up there. And the wallpaper's saying, well, I'm gonna make a wrinkle here. So now what do we do with that wrinkle? That's the question. Now you know if I just flatten it out, it's going to damage the wallpaper. But watch what I'm gonna do to it. I'm gonna send the volume of that wallpaper that way, diagonally away from it. Diagonally away this way. Not straight, because straight will cause the wrinkle to be completely horizontal. But if I pull it up, I'm sending it out of the area, and I'm causing the wall to consume my wallpaper. So look, I'm going to push diagonally away. This way, I can send that wrinkle out of the region of the misalignment. Whenever you have a wrinkle, send it diagonally away. Pull the paper diagonally away from the wrinkle. Why? For one reason, you won't get a horizontal wrinkle. You won't get a diagonal wrinkle either because you're causing the paper to be consumed in a different direction. And that's what you have to do. Otherwise, if you lay it there, it has nowhere to go other than to be wrinkled. So the way to get rid of it is to cause the paper to have tension in the diagonal direction. Now, I know I've done this before. Some guy yesterday said, why don't you get to the point on your video? And you know what? He's wrong. This stuff has to be explained. He's wrong. You think I want to be talking and delay my job? But I want my customers to know who hire me, that I know what I'm talking about. So for the guy who said that, too bad. Go find somebody else's channel and watch that. You want to watch an expert? You're going to have to listen to what I have to say. Even though you're probably more skilled than the next person, and you just want to see because you learn very quickly, that doesn't help most people who are watching it and who need to know the idea behind the procedure. See, I'm always doing this. I'm pushing it in the diagonal direction. Now, let me bring you up close again. And I'm telling you, I'm a perfectionist. It must meet on point, point to point, point. Look at the direction I'm moving that paper. Diagonally away from the tension. Diagonally away. You're causing the wallpaper to find a new tension so it can flatten out. It's the best way I could explain it. It's sending the wallpaper in a new direction in order that it may land itself and be flat. Now, the result is this. Two things. Number one, we have perfect alignment. You judge for yourself. Here's the seam. Here's the seam. Now you judge for yourself. But now, the second result is this. This edge is slightly a little out down here, a little in up here, but you can't see it. But it manifests itself when you put the next sheet up against it. And so you just do the same thing with the next sheet, that's all. This is Spencer Colgan from Spencer Colgan as Wallpaper, coming to you from Wesley Chapel in the beautiful Tampa Bay area. Thanks for watching. Please click on like. You love my videos, but you don't click on like and you forget to subscribe. Please do both. Thanks. See you on the next one.